In this video, we're going to talk about the character of Tilda, played by Carrie-Anne Moss in Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, and talk about some of the unanswered questions from the original game. There will be story spoilers for Horizon Zero Dawn, so if you've not played the game and you don't want to be spoiled about the story, then come back after you played Horizon Zero Dawn. But for Horizon Forbidden West is a big secret. It's not been released yet. It's coming out on February 18th, 2022. The game's gone gold already. And we've been getting this story trailer, which you're watching right now, which basically lays out that there's a problem with the red blight. There's also this foe, Regala, who's also aligned with Silence. So, of course, coming out of the game, we know that Silence had taken control of the AI Hades, which was trying to destroy the world, but he also used for information, and he had locked up Hades after Aloy had defeated Hades in the final act. But the question, though, for us 6 months later is, will Aloy reboot Gaia? And there seems to be evidence in this story trailer, which released a few weeks ago, that Aloy will try to talk to Gaia. But we also see that this mysterious character Tilda shows up. And it wasn't until the Tilda actor spotlight for Carrie-Anne Moss was released today, the 28th of January, just 3 weeks ahead, that we have a better idea of what Tilda may be. So I think the original consensus was that, Tilda was probably a rogue AI, maybe Vast Silver, and she was probably not somebody from the Odyssey. But when we hear what Carrie-Anne Moss has to say about Tilda, then it seems like, maybe that's not the case. Maybe that Tilda is somebody from the Odyssey project, and if you look at her here, she seems very rich and very advanced in terms of technologically advanced. Definitely not a person from the world that Aloy inhabits. So this is what, Carrie-Anne Moss says about her character in the most recent trailer they've released. My name is Carrie-Anne Moss, and I played Tilda in Horizon Forbidden West. I play, I think, a very interesting character who is a very complicated person, which I really enjoy playing. She is this kind of very tragic history as a child, but the loneliness, that sadness from her childhood for sure impacts her whole story. When you do something like this, you don't show up in different segments in time and all the different layers that went into creating her and finding the truth and at the same time exploring that. It's been really fun. So she's showing up in different points in time. She has a childhood. It's a somewhat tortured childhood. And this Tilda seems to fit the profile of somebody that would be part of the Odyssey project. So supposedly in 2065, the Odyssey project failed, but the promise of the Odyssey project is that it did have an Apollo system, and so the learnings of the past can be recovered if the Odyssey project is still out there somewhere. And so, obviously Tilda couldn't be somebody that's still alive, since the world of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West is about 1,000 years from the end of the world, when the machines destroyed all life on Earth. But it's conceivable that the Odyssey project re-landed on Earth, tried to repopulate Earth. I think one of the big questions is, what set off Hades? What set off Hades that required Gaia to shut down Hades? What signal did Hades get that caused it to start this, awaken it and make it the dominant AI within the Gaia system? So there's a lot of other AIs that are kind of floating out there. It seems like Vast Silver is not going to be one of them, but it could be. It could be that Tilda Swinton is Tilda, not Tilda Swinton, but Carrie-Anne Moss playing the character of Tilda is kind of sending us a false signal that maybe the childhood was the childhood of Vast Silver and AI. It's possible, but it seems more likely that Tilda was a human being, or is a human being that is one of the zygotes on the descendants of the zygotes on the Odyssey project, or she was a human being from the future, or from the distant past, from our future, and that she just shows up in terms of holograms about her life. Very interesting question about this. I hope we are going to see more about the Odyssey project, and that would be my hope, but I don't know if that's the case. We still don't know what set off Hades, what's the source of the red light, and I'm excited about finding out what's going on there. I think the whole Regala storyline doesn't seem so interesting. What's going on with Silence, I think, is really interesting. But I'm really, really interested in Tilda. I think Tilda is kind of the key to it all, and can't wait to dive into the story and find that out. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel, where we give you the secrets to crush Horizon Forbidden West. Let me know what you're most excited about the game, and what edition are you going to get when it launches, and why. Bye-bye.